Hi, I'm Dr. Spencer Lucas. I'm the Curator of Geology and Paleontology at the New Mexico Museum of Natural History and Science in Albuquerque, and I'm here today at the Sandia Mountain Natural History Center sitting on an outcrop of Permian limestone. Where I'm at is I'm on the Mud Springs Loop Trail right at the amphitheater. So behind the camera I'm talking to are the benches at the amphitheater. This limestone is one of the prominent rock formations exposed at the center. It's called the Andrews Limestone or the San Andres Formation. It takes its name, a lot of people mispronounce it, they call it San Andreas, but it's actually San Andres, A-N-D-R-E-S. It's named after the San Andres Mountains, which are in southern New Mexico. They're actually on the White Sands Missile Range, not far from Las Cruces. So this San Andres Formation is limestone that represents a seaway that covered much of New Mexico during the early Permian about 280 million years ago. And this sea actually extended all the way from West Texas across northern New Mexico and up to the Grand Canyon and even beyond. You could say that the sea extended into Utah, parts of Colorado, and even as far as Wyoming. The San Andres Formation is mostly dolomitic limestone. This is limestone that has a lot of magnesium in it, so it's a very hard rock to break. And one of the things that's interesting about it is when you look at it here, you really don't see very many fossil shells in it. There are a few shells of brachiopods, but when you look at the San Andres Formation at the Sandia Mountain Natural History Center, it doesn't look like it has very many fossils. But if you take a block of this limestone, and we've done this, and you cut it, and look at it in thin section, what we do is we slice the rock literally with a rock saw. We make a thin wafer of the rock that you can look at through a microscope. You can project light through it. And in that thin section, you can see all sorts of fossils, microscopic fossils, fossils of algae, fossils of foraminiferans, which are single-celled protozoans that are still alive today. And we found, when we went through the San Andres Formation, we found particular layers that were rich in these microfossils. These were animals, and of course in the case of the algae, they were microscopic plants that were living in this shallow sea. So, to recap, we're looking at the Permian San Andres Formation about 280 million years ago. It represents a sea that was here that covered went all the way from West Texas into Arizona, across much of northern New Mexico. And it's interesting to contemplate because at the Sandia Center, we're now almost 1,000 miles from the sea and we're well over a mile above sea level. But if you went back 280 million years ago, this was a seafloor, and a very tropical one at that.